Yes, good morning to you too. And happy Wednesday. Rum Wednesday. That sounds good. What do you drink your rum with? You just drink it straight, or you drink it with like Coke or... I usually drink it with Coke. I can't remember the last time I had rum, though. Yeah, with Coke, yeah, that's what I thought. Like Coke Zero is what I would drink it with. A little bit of lime in there, too. Shit. Well, we got a new standard in college football now. The day we've all been waiting for. The days of players opting out for bowl games is obsolete now. Doesn't matter anymore. Now they're just quitting in the middle of the season. What's the guy's name? It's the quarterback for UNLV, and UNLV is undefeated right now. I think they're 4-0. So they're still technically in the playoff hunt, right? Didn't they beat who? They beat Kansas, I think. So after 4 games, quarterback says, "Thank you, but no, thank you." I'm going to go ahead and take a red shirt because he claims that they didn't pay him the NIL money that he was promised whenever he committed to the university. I have no idea if that's true or not. Am I betting Illinois versus Penn State minus 17.5? But I don't know yet. Maybe. What's up, Michael? Sure, there's more to the story. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so right now it's his story against this. The last thing that I read a few minutes ago was that the university has said that they did give him what they promised him, but after their hot start and beating Kansas, they hired his family hired an agent or whatever you call him. And the agent started demanding more money based on his performance so far this year, and they told him no. I don't. Right now, let's see if there's a news story on it. I'm pretty sure there is. Sports here. I don't know if I'd want the kid if he quits on his team after being 4-0. I don't think I'd want him on my team. Football news. All right, here we go. This is this is the Yahoo Sports article here. Turn this music off. UNLV quarterback Matthew Sluka says he's no longer playing this season. Sluka said on a social media post that he would redshirt the rest of the season because of unfulfilled promises that were apparently made to him. Sluka has been the Rebels' starting quarterback for the first 3 games of the season, as UNLV has started the season 3-0 with wins over Houston and Kansas. I thought, okay, so they're 3-0, not 4-0. Because of course you can play up to 4 games and still redshirt. So I guess that's what he's trying to do here. And here's his official statement from, I don't know if he made this on Instagram or whatever. I have decided to utilize my redshirt year and will not be playing in any additional games this season. I committed to UNLV based on a certain representations that were made to me, which were not upheld after I enrolled. Despite discussions, it became clear that these commitments would not be fulfilled in the future. I wish my teammates the best of luck this season and hope for continued success of the program. So, there you go. Trying to find if there's any... yeah, that's pretty much all it says right now. I did read, like I said, I did read something a few minutes ago on Twitter about the university responding to this, and they're claiming it's not true. But who knows? Who knows? What's up, buddy?
What's going on? And good morning, Pete.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Not too bad. I had to call the day off work, but doing pretty well. Just wasn't feeling well yesterday.
Yeah. It's going around.
I'm making a rare appearance today on the midday show. Normally I'm working in the morning, but called off work because I'm not feeling well. But how are you today, sir?
I'm all right. Somebody sent me a video of you. Do you have like a TikTok or something?
I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, YouTube. Is that what it was from? Yeah, somebody sent me a clip of you saying that, Uncle Lou and Pigskin Pete don't want this smoke or something like that. Is that what it was? A short?
It was a YouTube short, and I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Caden the Man. Caden the Man. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more college football fun. I will be streaming soon, so...
Okay, what do you do? How many videos do you have on there? Let me see if I can find it.
I just have 3, but I'm starting to kick up I'm just starting to kick off the videos more as the season goes.
So you're going to start making videos on a regular basis?
Probably won't do the one today, probably one tomorrow afternoon, and probably one Friday. Probably Friday.
How do you spell your channel name? Kaydn?
And then the man.
The man.
It says in my name, Caden the Man, on YouTube.
Okay, I'm just gonna see how easy it is to find here.
Let's go back to my comment on the ACC show I posted. I posted 3 of them. The first one I said to you was Aaron Nolan is Michael Vick version 2. Now I've got a good reason about saying that for a good reason. Number 1. The kid has good, and I've seen his highlight tapes, and they're pretty good. And I'll say he's got some good speed on him, and he looks like Michael Vick, escaping the pass rush, being able to throw the ball in tight situations, being able to make those good passes. That's why I said he's Michael Vick version 2. The other comment I said was Cam Ward is Cam Newton version number 2.
Is this you or not? I can't tell if this is your channel or not. Does it have the Lakers on it?
It does not have the Lakers on it.
Well, see, Caden the Man, 58 subscribers. This is a basketball gaming channel.
That's not my YouTube channel.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You got the same name as somebody else, so there's something got to be different. It can't just be Caden the Man.
It's Caden the Man it's at Caden the Man 614.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna have to change that, bro. No one's gonna. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it original.
What is it? 614?
Yeah, Caden the Man 614.
If you make it hard for people to find your channel, nobody's gonna watch it. I'm offering you some advice here. That's all. I mean.
Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it.
No results found. Yeah. I'll
literally post the channel link to I'll post a link to my YouTube channel, which I post many times. I've already posted my YouTube channel in the comments section in the link. I literally posted the link many times to my YouTube channel.
Okay, well, I mean, if I type in your name and it doesn't come up, I mean, I don't see how anybody's going to find it. How many subscribers do you have? Do you know? Oh, he left. Okay. Well, what's up, Slim?
I'm trying to figure out. So,
Did you hear that? Did you hear me talking about the UNLV quarterback?
I did not know.
So you haven't heard about this story yet, then?
No. What we got going on?
He quit the team. The starting quarterback. They're 3-0. They beat Kansas. They beat who else? They beat. I don't know. They beat a couple of bigger teams than them. They're undefeated right now I guess they're in the MAC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he quit. He's leaving the team because he's claiming that they offered him NIL money that they never paid him.
Well, that wouldn't be the first program. Didn't you have some of that coming out of A&M as well?
Yeah. Well, I think the university is saying that's not true. So right now it seems like it's his word against theirs. This goes back to the thing that you were talking about originally with the pay-for-play type situations, is that we need contracts.
Yep.
Because then it's, in black and white. Well, I wouldn't want that guy on my team. See, Hoghead says they paid him, but then he wanted more. See, that's the story the university story is that they did pay him, but then he started coming and asking for more money, and they told him no. So I don't know.
Which there's been a lot of those stories come out.
Yeah, but have we seen a player just quit, especially like a starting quarterback for a team?
No, just quit mid-season like that.
Yeah, and it's not like they're like terrible. It's not like they're 0-3. They're 3-0. So I mean, technically, they still have a path to the playoffs, right? Because at least one of the Group of 5 teams is going to get in there.
Well, they did, at least until they, I mean, what are your chances of that losing your starting quarterback?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So he's kind of screwing them over. Although I don't know how good he was. I have no idea who the guy is.
Well, I don't either. I mean, it can't be like you said. It can't be terrible if they're 3-0, though.
They did beat Kansas.
Yeah.
So, not that Kansas is great or anything, but still.
All right, I'm back, Pete. Sorry. Morning, Slim.
Morning.
Yeah. In the private chat, I posted a link to my YouTube channel, so if you do want to subscribe, please feel free to subscribe.
Okay, so it is Caden the Man, but it's not all. It's 3 separate words, and it's also a capital K and a capital M.
And a capital T, correct.
There's no capital T. I'm looking at it right now.
Must have forgot, but oh well, it is what it is.
So.
Slim, I don't know if you heard on the ACC show, but I commented a super chat that I was telling Pete. I said Cam Ward is Cam Newton version 2. And I was going to tell you 2 reasons. Number one, I literally, I watched the Florida and the last games that Miami's played with Cam Ward starting, and I said, his running, like how he escapes the pocket, but not only passes the ball, is similar to Cam Newton. And I'm like, this guy's pretty good. I mean, this guy could be the next Heisman candidate. Rookie season?
Well, you talking about Cam Ward?
I'm talking about Cam Ward. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I think he's the number 1 in the odds in Vegas to win the Heisman right now.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's put a big performance out there last week, which I watched that game against South Florida. That was really impressive.
Yeah, it works out for for Miami too, because I think their schedule is favorable for him to put up Heisman type numbers over the course of the season.
And then I was just telling Pete on the another comment I said to Pete was I said Aaron Nolan is Michael Vick version 2. No, not only Will Howard is a good quarterback, but Aaron Nolan. Just wait till you get him going. I saw him play this week or the last couple weeks. Oh my gosh, does he look like a Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson? This guy's unbelievable.
I think that's a little bit of an overreaction there, but okay.
No, I'm not overreacting, dude. I watched him play, and I said, man, does this guy look amazing?
Yeah.
Future Heisman candidate.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an overreaction.
And then the other thing I said was Jeremiah Smith is basically Randy Moss version 2. I mean, nobody can cover the guy. Nobody.
I like Jeremiah Johnson. Good mountain man.
Scott, I'm telling you, Jeremiah Smith is a future number 1 draft pick, and the dude cannot be covered. You got to be kidding me.
Jeremiah Johnson?
I mean,
I like him. He's
nobody they played can cover him, but they've also, played a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah. No, he's a good player. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, sir. Just big game. I mean, I think it's probably going to be the biggest game of the season coming up this Saturday with Georgia, Alabama.
Yep.
And if Georgia can finally break the curse of the Crimson Tide, I think we can get through the rest of the season pretty well. But if we don't win that game, then it's going to be even more pressure on Georgia for the rest of the season. So we shall see. But I know Kirby's got them prepped, but the problem with Georgia right now is we're beat all to hell and back. We're injured. We got a lot of injuries. I mean, losing Tate Rutledge was not a good thing. Our offensive line is beat up. We've got a lot of replacements in the defense too. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to say, Jalen Milroe, okay, try to pass, okay? But we're not going to let you run. We're not going to let your ass run. We're going to box you up. I think that's going to be the forecast for the defense this Saturday.
Mm.
Or I could be totally damn wrong.
Yeah, I think this is a must-win game for Georgia, honestly, because you still got to go to Texas and to Ole Miss, who I think those are 2 games that are tough as well. I mean,
They got Tennessee
that's
at home,
what I'm
too.
saying. Yeah, I mean, if we go and we get past Alabama, then let's say we drop one with Texas and or Ole Miss, then that's still okay. I don't have a problem with that. But if we go to Alabama and we lose that game, then it's going to be a hard road to toe for the rest of the season. Not that we can't run the gauntlet on the rest of the season. I have full faith in Georgia and I have full faith in Kirby Smart. But if we are a beat-up team where Alabama is really, they are on the rise. They've got, a pretty damn healthy team right now.
yeah.
I actually don't think in the grand scheme of things it's going to make that much difference because I don't think there's going to be an undefeated team come out of the SEC.
Wow. Well, Georgia's a 2.5-point favorite. They were 4.5, but after the Kentucky game, that went down to 2.5. So,
Well, no, I'm just saying as far as taking
no more about it than I do.
I'll tell you what.
I'm just saying as far as being able to take a couple losses, I think more than likely everybody is going to have a couple losses coming out of the SEC.
Probably. Yeah, I don't see
Some of these teams have and look, we've had tough schedules too, but some of these teams have the fluffiest damn schedules I've ever seen in my damn life. Ohio State, for instance. Dear God, are they ever going to play anybody of any relevance?
Well, no, they took the Michigan schedule from last year, basically.
They got to play.
Scott, do you know that I'm in here right now? There's an Ohio State man in here.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
I don't give a shit. Why would I give a shit about it? If it is an Ohio State man, I think Ryan Day is an ass of a damn coach. I can't stand the guy. I mean, he is like, gets all pumped up for any like field goal or some shit like that. I mean, he's just he's ridiculous to me on the sideline.
Is it just me, or does he look like he's had plastic surgery?
Yeah, that too.
No.
Did he get like a facelift or something?
I know he is single-handedly keeping Just for Men in business.
Yeah, that for sure. I don't know. His eyes look like he's got some work done. He looks like what's that lady that had like all the plastic? He looks like Joan Rivers.
Oh Lord! It's kind of like the wind is pushing back on his face.
Yeah. Oh,
Listen,
God.
Scott, I'm going to tell you this. Georgia had only one off game this entire year against Kentucky. By the time they go into Tuscaloosa, they're just going to go in there, run Caleb DeBoer's offense out of the building, and pretty much beat them by 55. I think we all know that case because Georgia's going to look off after 1 week, and then they're going to come back and storm everybody else on the rest of the season. We all know that's going to happen.
By 55.
So. I mean, that's I like your optimism.
But,
I'm kind of looking at reality here, and that look, Kellen DeBoer is not a shit coach by any means. He's coming with a different. Different scheme than Saban had. I mean, we're not playing a Nick Saban coach team, so that's kind of a good thing too. So, I mean, we'll see. I have total faith in my Georgia Bulldogs. I do, but at the same time, I'm being realistic about it as well.
I'll tell you what, I picked. I had Georgia -2, and the Georgia fans are trying to talk me out of it. So
I have questions about it.
I'll go say I had Georgia favored by 49.5 points.
Yeah, well, that's just insane. But okay.
Okay. Well, listen, I think some of the questions in the offseason about Georgia's offense are still there. Some of the criticism about Carson Beck is still there. That's why I'm not sure which way I'm honestly leaning in this game.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, someone even brought that up and said, well, you don't have the Brock Bowers with the damn superhero flag flying behind him, running down the field and knocking off 2 or 3 defensive players. No, we don't. We don't have Brock Bowers anymore, but we do have great players. No doubt about it.
Well,
and is accurate as hell. I mean, he is an accurate quarterback. He had an off game, go down. In Kentucky got after him, and I would think that any team will look at the tape of the Kentucky game and go, hey, look at how they got after Georgia's offense. So, it's
the Clemson game too.
Yeah. Because we weren't playing worth a crap until the second half. You're right.
Yeah. And I mean, at that point, you can just make the argument that Clemson's defense gassed out.
Yeah. Well, Georgia, one thing I will say this, okay, and without a doubt, Georgia's defense will show up. I know that for a fact.
Well, I don't think anybody's worried about that. Yeah.
That's how I think.
Let's point this out, Scott. The only reason they don't want to put Tennessee, Kansas State, or anybody else on the front of our schedule for the week 1 is because nobody wants to come up to Columbus when our team's hot.
Right.
Our defense is loaded, and nobody wants to come out to Columbus because they know they're going to get their asses handed to them.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's also false. You haven't said anything true in the past 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure
to have Ohio State on their roster, on their schedule this year, because we would tear Ohio State a new asshole. And y'all have to go limping back. Either we do it in Columbus or go limping back to Columbus.
For all the criticism he gives.
It's just like what happened with Oklahoma this past weekend. Welcome to the SEC, Oklahoma. This is how we're gonna play, and you better get ready for it. And
I don't think Tennessee showed Oklahoma anything they weren't expecting. I mean, honestly, you can kind of count that as a win for Oklahoma. I mean, I'm not one that believes in moral victories, but I mean, for all the hype Josh Heupel and Nico and Tennessee's offense get, Brent Venables didn't seem to have a problem scheming up something to really slow them down.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is Oklahoma's offense.
Right.
And that was to be expected coming into this year. You lost your whole O-line. You lost your starting quarterback. You lost your OC. Offensive problems were expected.
Well, if you're going to play in the SEC, you better get your act together. Is what I'll say. And I don't think they had their act together. And is Tennessee's defense that good this year?
I think they're pretty good.
Yeah, Tennessee's defense is pretty good.
They don't get enough.
I don't think playing in the SEC has anything to do with it.
No, but their defense doesn't get enough credit. They're so focused on Nico, but that the defense goes overlooked. But they might have the best defensive player in the SEC. What's that guy's name?
Well, I mean, you say that, but James Pierce basically has no stats on the year, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, but because he's the best player, maybe even in the country defensively. I mean, he's caught every double team in the world this year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Just him being on the field helps their defense out because you have to account for him.
And to Scott to the point. And to Scott to the point. Hey, Scott, you know how you say whether Georgia goes London from Columbus or to Columbus? Listen, how about you go over to Kirby Smart's office and let him know Ohio State will play him any day in the playoffs, at home, on the road. We don't give a damn. We'll show up whether or not, and we'll bring it.
Okay, great.
You just got to bring your ball.
Wonderful. We're looking forward to it.
You know what I noticed about him?
I don't disagree with Scott about Ohio State's schedule, but you also can't go waving the SEC banner when Ole Miss and Missouri have the schedules that they have.
As far as Ole Miss and Missouri are concerned, Slim, I don't give a damn about Ole Miss and Missouri. I don't give a damn about them. If they want to come up to Columbus, get it and get it.
Why has everything got to go back to Columbus? Listen to me, sir.
You.
That's not the point, Gabe.
Oh, yeah, no, you're totally off. You're totally off
schedules.
You talk. You're like you have an obsession with like Georgia, I guess Clemson. I don't ever hear you talking about the teams in your own conference. Like, how do you feel about Michigan or Penn State?
They suck.
Okay.
Oregon sucks because they've been struggling for the last 4 weeks. And Michigan losing to Texas, that was embarrassing. And guess what? That just tells us one thing more. Michigan is not ready for a big-time game. And by the time they lose the next couple of games, and even to us at home, that's going to be a big problem.
Michigan just won a big-time game. They beat USC.
Yeah, they did.
That's not even big. That's not even a high-ranked team.
Who would be favored right now if Texas and Ohio State played?
Oh, Ohio State will be definitely favored.
I don't know about that.
Listen, Arch Manning can get all the hype he wants, but he's not played a top-tier defense like Ohio State is. And that defense is ready for anybody, anytime, anywhere. And that is a guarantee about that.
And, Caden, you said something about Oregon's not shit. Didn't they beat y'all the last time they came to Columbus?
That was 3 years ago when we were having problems with health issues, but since
health issues
situated,
severe anxiety.
What your team have the flu?
You have to play Oregon in Oregon. You also have to play Penn State at Penn State. And then your last game is, of course, Michigan. But I mean, you think you're going to beat Oregon in Oregon?
Do
you think you're going to beat Penn State at Penn State?
I'm saying, do I sound worried, Scott?
No, Scott, he thinks they're going undefeated.
They're going all the way?
Yeah.
They're going all.
Listen, our team's going all the way. We don't care who shows up. Our defense is loaded. Our offense is loaded. Our coaching staff is better. We've got Chip Kelly, and we've got our defense back the way we had it before all the shenanigans and shit started. So, guys, look, our defense is number one. Our offense is number one.
Yeah.
Our team's number one in the Big Ten.
Yeah, none of that's true.
Who wants to challenge Ohio State any day or any time up in Columbus, why don't you come on up?
All right.
It's not a damn wrestling match, man.
Yeah, he cuts the
like this is the WWE and you're talking smack. You know, like where's some Randy Macho Man Savage?
Yeah, he's cutting a promo.
A cup of coffee. Yeah.
He said what? You said something. You said something about shenanigans. What kind of shenanigans were happening at Ohio State?
Just like with the coaching staff, with all that situations, with them trying to get the whole NIL thing, and with the whole COVID situation, was that at that point? That was what I mean by shenanigans.
Oh, I still don't know what you mean, but okay.
You just made a fake news story for me.
Yeah.
Ohio State joins the World Wrestling Association.
Scott, you are just
Breaks
writing
from the
yourself
Big
a
Ten
check
and
with your
joins the
mouth.
WWE.
Scott, you were just writing Georgia a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash. And guess what? When Georgia plays
Here we go
us,
again.
either way, at home, on the road, or in the playoffs, we don't care. We're still showing up, and we're going to kick y'all, but we're going to show you how to play physicality defense.
All right, Randy Macho Man. Thank you. Appreciate that, you know.
And as far as Pete's concerned, Pete,
I'll
how
play
about you
Ric
do me a
Flair for you
favor?
if you want me to, you know.
Well, every time you ask me to do you a favor, the next thing you say is shut the hell up. That's what you do.
I want you to go down to Clemson, or actually, I should say Clown University, because all Clemson's turned into Clown University. How about you go down to Clown University today or tomorrow, whenever you get a minute? Write a note to Coach Dallas that said Ohio State said if they ever want to show their little ugly clown uniforms up to Columbus and they want to play us, tell them it's any day, anytime, anywhere. If they want us to come down to Death Valley and hand them an ass kicking, we'll hand them an ass kicking.
Yeah, you don't want that. Trust me. Clemson is your kryptonite, sir.
Clemson's a kryptonite.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Well, the record speaks for itself. You're 1-4 against Clemson.
The record speaks, but you haven't played this defense. I'm going to tell you that this Ohio State defense does not play around, and they will show you that physicality is on a whole nother level, buddy.
Right. All right.
I mean, I'm just saying. Ohio State, look at the statistics. Number one defense in the country. Fewest points allowed in an entire game, an entire season.
Who the hell have you played? Come on, man. God.
I mean, our offense is a scoring machine. Like, come on.
Oh, jeez.
All right. I think I'm done with him today.
God.
Well, wait, I wasn't done with him. But.
Let me tell you about Ohio State.
I don't know.
I'm getting a cup of coffee.
It only take like 5 minutes of that.
I'm going to go to Columbus, Ohio, and I'm going to annihilate the damn Ohio State Buckeyes. God. Oh, my God.
That's what his YouTube channel is, too. He's got like 3 videos on there, and that's all it is.
He got faith in his team. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having faith in your team. That's good. I mean, that's great. And there's nothing wrong pulling for your team. But
we need to get him to come on a cruise.
I think any healthy fan of any program must have some reality, must come to some form of reality and say, well, this could be a tough one for us, whoever you may be playing. I mean, you got to look at everything about the team that you're playing.
I don't know. I think Ohio State will win the Big Ten, but I'm not. If they play Texas this week, I'd pick Texas.
But then whoever they come against in the playoffs, I think they'll get their ass tore up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily think so because, and I'm sure you're basing that off of the fact that they have a weak schedule, but everybody said the same thing about Clemson coming up against Alabama a few years ago, and that didn't go the way people thought.
Yeah. Well,
will they be a competitor? I'm sure they will, but are they as competitive as Georgia, Alabama, even Missouri, for God's sakes? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, Ohio State is way better than Missouri. Come on now.
Really? This year? Missouri pretty damn good football.
Huh?
They played
Missouri just went to double overtime with Vanderbilt. Stop it.
Yeah, they had a bad game last week.
Like the same thing that happened to Georgia with Kentucky. So I have a lot of faith in Missouri. I think Missouri's a damn good team.
I think they're.
Missouri has a Sharman soft schedule.
I would not squeeze Missouri away. They're going to be. I think Missouri could be one of the teams that could be in the playoffs.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, because their schedule is so weak that they're probably going to easily cruise to an 11-1 record.
Possibly.
Maybe.
They've got Bama. That's it.
What about they
The
have to?
next biggest chance for a loss is Texas A&M. That's not a very good football team.
Yeah. Do they play South Carolina?
That's a good question. I don't know.
South Carolina could beat them.
Hey, I don't think South Carolina's a scrub this year.
No.
I mean, I watched that LSU South Carolina game, and I, you know me, Pete. I'm not one to blame refs, but referees absolutely took points off the board on bullshit calls.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Scott, does South Carolina play Georgia this year? I think they do, right?
No, we do not.
Oh, wow.
We do not.
So that quote unquote rivalry, if that's what you want to call, I guess it's not a rivalry, but you know, they played each other for every year for a long time. So that's over with, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We're not playing them this year.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. Missouri plays South Carolina November 16th.
There you go.
So
I don't think Missouri is very good. I mean, they also had to come back from behind to beat Boston College.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's their best win, isn't
Missouri's
it?
not good.
Boston College is their best win. It's got to be.
Yeah, oh yeah.
they don't have the. They got to play Texas A&M. They got to play Auburn. They got to play Alabama. They got to play Oklahoma.
Auburn.
And
Have you seen how
South Carolina.
terrible Auburn is?
Auburn's a mess.
You know, one of my headlines for Fake News Friday is that the War Eagle got drunk and clawed a lot of damn people in the stands.
Yeah, that's right up my alley there.
I'm about to say you're gonna get Pete going Friday.
Oh, has anybody watched any of the Chimp Empire? Not Chimp Empire, Chimp Crazy documentary that I told you about?
No,
Not yet, but I do have
that-
it saved to
is
my
it a
watch
true-
list.
Is it a true story, Pete? Or
Yeah,
no?
it's just like
It is a true story.
yeah, it's a documentary.
Okay. So this woman is like the Tiger King. She's the chimp queen.
Yes,
More or less.
yeah, not just her, but she's the main character. But yeah, there's a bunch of other ones in there too that are just as crazy as she is, or maybe even crazier. The craziest one. Guess where he lives? Take a wild guess. Ohio.
Florida.
Ohio.
Okay, well, let's be fair. Florida's a good guess.
Yeah.
I just finished the Monsters, the Eric and Lyle Menendez brothers story.
Oh, Mrs. Pete was watching that yesterday.
Oh my God! I will tell you, I'm going to tell you to stay the hell away from it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Because it was disturbing to watch, man.
Yeah,
Very disturbing.
I remember when that happened.
The allegations they made against their parents of molestation and all that, it's just and then to come to find out that they probably weren't molested at all.
Yeah, they're just insane.
And they went forward. They killed their parents for money. It's sad. I mean, it's hard. It was hard to damn watch. But I said, well, hell, I'm already six series in. I'm going to finish it up.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch that.
Do not.
No,
No need to watch that
No.
shit. No.
I did start a new show yesterday or last night. Penguin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How is that?
Well, there's only 2 episodes out. I only watched the first one.
I didn't know it was a series. I thought it was just a movie.
No, it's a series.
And that's Colin Farrell playing the penguin,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. With a shit ton of makeup because it doesn't look anything like him.
Is it? Because I almost started watching that last night. How is it?
It's good. It's
it
kind of
really?
it's like a mix between like it's like a mix between like a Batman and shit. What's the name of that show? The Mob Show on HBO for all those years.
Sopranos.
Yeah, it's like a mix between Sopranos and Batman.
Wow.
It,
Good.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I've only seen 1 episode, but I liked it. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of them. So,
I'm happy that Tulsa King is back with their 2nd season. That's really good.
is that the one with what's his face?
Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone.
That's a damn good show, man.
Is it really?
I don't know if you've watched the first season or not. If you haven't, it's on Paramount Plus. But it's the best role I've seen Stallone play.
Wow.
And why he has not played a mob guy in the past is beyond me, because he's damn good at it.
I saw the trailer for that and I thought it looked corny, so I never watched it.
No,
I guess.
it's good, man. It's really, really good.
What's that on?
The Tulsa King.
No, I know what's it
It's
on.
on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. Okay.
I mean, of course, Sylvester Stallone's a great actor. He's a graduate of the University of Miami. What do you expect?
And the guy that he fought, Ivan Drago, is a graduate of Clemson University.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Never knew that.
Yep.
So you learn something new on the Peete podcast every
Dolph
single
Lundgren graduated from Clemson. That's cool.
Yeah.
Slim, I will tell you, my friend did. He just moved, but he was 2 blocks away from the University of Miami in Coral Gables. And the women, the college women he would see at the liquor store was amazing and fantastic.
I have no doubt of that. I mean, listen, there's great sights to see within a few blocks of any university, but kind of like when they're great at football, it's just a little different and a little better.
Well, the thing about Miami is, because it's so hot, you know, the clothing is partial.
Yeah, clothing's optional.
Yeah, it's very partial. It's barely there.
Hey, is it illegal to go topless in Miami? Like in
I think
public?
there's certain parts of Miami you could go topless. I'm not sure.
Because I know, like in New York City, you can walk down the street with your tits out.
Isn't there a nude beach in Folly Beach there, Pete?
I've never heard of that before.
I've heard that, because hippies ran Folly Beach for so long that there's a certain area that you can be nude on Folly Beach. Now, if that's still the case, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go to a nude beach. It's weird.
Absolutely.
Have you ever been to one?
Most of the time, when you go to a nude beach, everybody that's there, you don't really.
That's exactly what it was. When we went, the last time we went on a cruise, one of the stops was Saint Martin, which is an island. It's half Dutch, half French. Anyway, I think it was the French side that we were on, and of course, in France, all the beaches are nude beach. There's just no law against it. So there was people naked everywhere, but they were all like 60 years old with fucking tits hanging down to their knees and shit. It's like nobody wants to see that.
I think there is. It's saying we especially love the clothing optional section of the beach in the north tip of Ashley Avenue. I think it's the only new beach at Folly. The water was great, and the beach was really clean. Wow. Well, so there you go.
The beach was clean, but the people on it weren't.
Yeah, unfortunately, the same crowd that tends to go to a nude beach is also the same crowd hitting the early bird special at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral, yeah.
Absolutely.
They have how they have these specialty cruises, for like events and stuff. They have nude cruises.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean.
So you wake up in the morning and you're walking around naked on the
I don't know, man. Of all the places, that just seems like a petri dish.
How can you go to the breakfast buffet?
Oh, God.
And really eat anything?
Lose my appetite.
I mean, I know they might have the spit guard. What other kind of guard do they need for the all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet? Good Lord. Oh, my God.
And then, the dinners are nice at night. You sit around this big table. Everyone's sitting around naked. That's just fucking weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another story that the Slob Olympics is going to be on the naked cruise.
Yeah. Nude cruise, Slob Olympics.
Listen, that could happen depending on how much certain people have to drink.
True. So, yeah, clothing optional for the Slav Olympics.
Oh, God. Good thing I'm not bringing the kids this
You
year.
don't have to wear a suit, but you got to put on a bow tie on a certain area.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
Huffer Billy says he's going to go on a nude cruise. I believe him.
Yeah, I absolutely believe
He's
that.
exactly the type of person you'd see naked on a cruise.
Yeah, him jumping up and down and around. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, St. Martin was nice, though. That was my favorite
heard
place
that
that we
before.
went. It was the most fun place we went. But the locals didn't like us too much. I don't think they don't like tourists down there.
Well, people in Florida don't like tourists either.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody anywhere really likes tourists. They like your money, but that's about it.
Yeah, if you're on a resort, they're going to be nice to you. But if you go off of the resort, the local people don't really have any. They don't have anything to do with you, really. I mean, if you ask them for help for something, like they're rude to you.
I think Charleston likes tourists. I think it's one of the cities that welcomes tourists more than anybody I've seen.
Yeah, well, it's their main.
It's their industry.
Yeah, it's their main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, how much do they really, they like the tourist money, how much do they really like the tourist?
I don't think they have a problem with the tourist.
No, they're a hell of a lot friendlier, I think, to tourists than a lot of cities that are tourist friendly. I'll give you an example. Santa Fe, New Mexico, which I used to call 20 miles surrounded by reality. You know, big tourist town, but God, the people were so rude to tourists. And we would go to a restaurant up there sometimes, and I would tell them, and the wait staff was just rude to us. I said, "Hey, I'm not a tourist. I'm from Albuquerque, for God's sakes. I'm not a tourist here." Yeah.
Well, that probably makes it even worse being from Albuquerque.
Yeah. Now, Albuquerque was like 50 miles down the road, or up the road.
You remember that?
Down the road.
You remember that?
Down the road.
Slim, you remember that guy at the bar in Panama City that was mad?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You guys are what messes this place up. Come down here and screw everything up and then go back to wherever you're from. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? And then the guy owned a business
a rental thing or something.
Yeah, a chair rental or a jet ski rental place or something. So I mean, he literally his livelihood depends on tourists.
Exactly.
And he talked shit about tourists.
Yeah, I don't even know why.
Well,
I don't even know why he came over and started.
9 sheets to the wind.
Yeah, he came over to. We had a big group of people out on the balcony there drinking, and I don't know. He walked up to us and just started complaining about tourists. I don't even know what started that.
I don't either.
But Mac was about to put him down.
Who's about to put him down? Raj?
Macklin Griffin. Mac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got mad. We had to put Mac in a damn Uber and get him out of there before he went to jail.
Well, Raj was mad at everybody at Alapons, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think he was mad at anybody. We just, he kept trying to piss off the deck right next to these people that were enjoying their cheese sticks and chicken tenders at the bar.
Oh, Raj.
Raj. Oh, man. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Go grab some lunch.
All right.
I'll talk to you Friday, Pete.
All right. See you later, Scott. You got any hurricane plans?
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know what the hell's going to happen here, man.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, it's storm watch right now.
Yeah, hurricane watch, I
really
think.
dug into it, but I mean, it just popped up a few hours ago that there's a storm watch in this area. So,
Well, it's supposed to hit Tallahassee, I think, on Friday sometime.
yeah.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it last night. That's why I like the under for that Clemson-Stanford game, because I think it's going to be, even if the storm is passed by then, the field's liable to not be in the greatest shape.
Hey, here comes naked Huffer Billy Pauls.
There he is.
Oh, Lord.
Listen, sir. I am not naked. Look right here, right here.
Good. Yeah, he's dressed. I can confirm that.
I don't know what
Thank
you
God
just
for
on the
small
top there,
players.
Humphrey Billy. I don't know. You may not have some bottoms on. Who knows? Oh, he's not got. You don't need to show it for Billy. It's okay. God almighty, damn. All right, guys. Take care.
All right, see you later, Scott.
Yep.
Slim, so when we get to the Miami game, because that's where we're going to end up, right? When do we get to make a little wager? When we got the point spread, or can we do it now?
Well, I mean, do it now. I mean, what are you going to do if you lose 3 more games throughout the year and you don't make it?
What same thing could be said about you?
Well, yes, it could. So why are you trying to make a bet about a hypothetical
All right, so
game?
we'll wait a few more months, 2 months, and we'll get back together on it. But anyway, I think it's going to be I think we got the I think everything's coming together. I think we're all, and it's good because I think Miami needs to get back into the game. I mean, it took them 22 years or something like that. So it'd be good to have them actually contend again. That's good.
Yeah, it took Clemson pretty much just as long.
No, Clemson was a contender in 81, 82. 83.
Yeah, and they weren't again.
85.
Yeah. No, stop it. No, they weren't.
No, Slim is right. I mean, they were sort of Miami-ish for a long time. The 90s were rough.
Yeah, I mean, the 90s and then 2000s till Saban got there. Alabama was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
From the mid-'80s until Mark Richt got there, Georgia was the same way.
So, Pete, we got 800 wins. I think we're in the top, 12 or 10 or something like that?
14.
14th.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
14th in all time.
Where's Miami?
You were talking last night that God is dead and there is no salvation. What you done, a fucking 180?
He was in one of his moods.
No, you know how that goes. Hey, so where's Miami on that list? On that top 14?
I don't know.
Oh, they're not anywhere near that.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, Slim telling me about how Clemson's in the wilderness, and but they've been in the wilderness. Well, they're not even close yet to us.
Well, they hadn't been playing football as long as Clemson, not even close.
Well,
Yeah. You have to figure the University of Miami isn't even 100 years old yet.
Yeah, what was their first year of football? I think we looked this up before.
It was late 20s, maybe 1930.
Okay.
Right in that area.
Yeah.
Didn't Donna Shalala invent Miami?
No, she didn't come along until much later.
Who?
Now a couple of presidents ago. In my opinion, she's the one that kind of manufactured this down period because she wanted to be even cheaper than her predecessor when it came to football.
Okay, she was a president of the university.
Yes.
Like her first act as president of the university was to immediately slash like $5 million from the football budget.
How was she old?
Wasn't she the Secretary of State for Clinton?
What?
She was the Secretary of State for Bill Clinton.
No, she was Chancellor of Wisconsin before she came to Miami.
She served under the Clinton administration.
She did. She served some role in the Clinton administration, and then after she left Miami, she got elected senator.
Well, that should tell you all you need to know. Anyway, no, she.
About Monica Lewinsky.
No,
Monica Lewinsky's not the president of Miami.
She looked like rode hard and put up wet, ugly. I mean, that girl looked bad. So no.
well, Donna Shalala was a 4x4. She was 4 foot tall and 4 foot wide.
Was she old?
I mean, she wasn't no spring chicken.
Yeah.
And she looked like the penguin. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some similarities definitely between her and Danny DeVito's rendition of the Penguin.
Yeah, that's right. Madeleine Albright was the Secretary of State for Clinton.
Oh yeah, you're right. Same thing. Donna Shalala.
She was in some capacity in the Clinton administration.
Yeah, she was. Anyway, I got them confused. They were very similar in the way they looked. So that's why.
Well, and that's why I say, things have changed because actually Miami just got, in the past couple of months, a new university president. And this guy's actually a Miami sports fan. as opposed to every other university president that, there's kind of always been that fight. Like the school wanted to be the Harvard of the South. They didn't want to be a football school. That's why guys like Jimmy Johnson never stuck around long, because they were constantly, battling the administration.
Yeah.
But they are the
Harvard is a football school.
no, but it's good.
Well, Harvard was a football school 75 years ago.
Yeah.
But they are
Shout out to Yale with their 27 national titles.
Give Miami respect on their educational prowess. They are really good. So I'll never degrade them on that. And I just give them a hard time on football because they just went AWOL on us for fucking ever, it seems like. So, but anyway, I'm happy for you, and I'm happy that it's the first time. This is the first time in a long time, probably in the last 15, 20 years, that I would tell you I am now pulling for Miami. Okay, I haven't done that.
Why are you pulling for Miami? Because they're good?
No, because of Slim.
Oh,
Because of Slim.
Pa, to do what, Pa?
No, to be good, because Slim deserves it. He's been through enough, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Stop mistreating me, University of Miami football team.
That's right.
Like I get the Alonzos of the world deserve it, but I don't.
Yeah. So, I would love to see us in the playoff, or in the championship game. I really do want to see that.
Hey, Paul, me and Pete got some plans to break the internet. Not only is Miami Clemson going to play for the ACC title, but they're going to end up on opposite sides of this bracket for the 12-team playoff, and we're going to get a Miami Clemson national title game.
Holy shit.
that will break the internet.
It would, but it's not going to happen.
Well, who the hell's going to stand in our way?
I don't know.
Because all these SEC teams can sit here and beat their chest about what a tough schedule y'all have. Fine, enjoy your tough schedule and your banged up football team when you go against our fresh football teams.
Yeah. Because we don't play nobody.
And I hope that tough schedule helps you sleep better at night.
It does.
I believe
I
you.
love you, Vic. I swear I do.
I believe him.
Who's gonna stand in your way? I think that the SEC is gonna stand in your way. Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, and Ole Miss. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to beat all those teams. We'd have to beat two of them.
Yeah.
So, which is definitely possible. I mean, we already saw Georgia beat the shit out of Clemson, but you know how hard it is to beat a team twice?
It is very hard.
Yeah.
Especially when the team has gotten confidence behind their back now. They're not afraid.
The SEC is getting 5 teams in.
Yeah, you said that last
No, they're
night.
not. Stop it.
Doesn't really matter. Y'all got to, two of you are going to play each other at least, if not 4. And only one's coming out alive, so.
And once again, please somebody come crying to me about what a tough schedule you have when I look up who the fuck is Ole Miss and Missouri played. Oh, that's right, nobody.
Who has Miami played?
I'm not running around talking about we have a hard schedule.
Well,
Am I?
Well, there's a difference between Missouri and Ole Miss. Ole Miss is doing what they're supposed to against nobodies and blowing them out. Missouri's not.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Pete.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I couldn't agree with Scott about Missouri being really good.
No,
Yeah, no,
not.
Missouri's not really good.
No, they're not.
I
I mean,
mean,
you don't lose a single person that's responsible for 1,600 yards of offense by himself and just keep right on rolling. And I think that would go for any team if we're just being honest.
Who is that? Their receiver?
they're running
That running back
Oh.
from last year.
Cody Schrader.
Yeah.
That dude had 1,600 all-purpose yards last year.
He did. Yeah.
Vic Bandy Dandy says he doesn't see Georgia even making the playoffs. He thinks you're going to catch probably 3 losses.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that. if you want to. Whatever,
Amen.
well, whatever makes you feel good.
Hey, Pete, I just want to go back to a little bit of a topic before, just because it's always fun to joke about it.
Okay.
All women over 60 don't have tits hanging down their knees, just so you know.
Well, but the type that walk around naked on the beach do.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, because I don't go on nude beaches, really.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I'm not. I don't think I can't count on one hand the amount of 60-year-old tits I've seen. So.
You haven't seen your grandma when she's getting out?
No. Thank God.
Count,
I'm about to say thank God for small favors.
Yeah.
can you count them on one hand, or?
Well, I'm trying to think if I.
Like this, the same 60-year-olds that are going to run around naked on a beach are the same 60-year-olds you're going to see running around half naked at Bike Week. And listen, you just don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. They got a bad disposition. That's their issue. When I say bad, they just make.
Well, no, listen, they're just some simple facts of life. And two of those facts of life are that Father Time and gravity are undefeated.
See, I think Paul he's using Robin as a stand. Can we talk about Robin? Are we allowed to? Okay.
Yeah, we could.
He's using Robin as a standard, but she's not the typical. How old is she?
Yeah. She's 71.
See, that's what you call anecdotal evidence.
Yeah, because she does not look 70.
No, she
doesn't.
Close, and not only that, because she was born luckily with a certain thing. So I mean, certain physique.
Yeah.
But that being said, that's why I was using. You're right. It's anecdotal. It's anecdotal.
Yeah, she does not.
And this isn't nothing against her, but just as a general rule of thumb, I would rather see Libby Dunn naked than Robin. Just saying.
Well, Libby Dunn's good looking too. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know. Robin does not represent the typical 70-year-old woman.
No. She's completely different, which is weird.
So are you guys back together yet, or? How's that
I wouldn't say together. I mean, it's on. You know how it goes. But that being said, we're not enemies either. So
you're friendly.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We've always been that way.
They're very friendly sometimes.
Yeah.
Even when we get mad, we're still good. But no, did you see Jay's comment in here?
No. What do you say?
He said, "What's wrong with long tits?"
Yeah. Where do I begin?
I guess friendly enough to drain your abscess or whatever it's called, right?
Yeah. My big ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No.
God! Can we get off this subject, please?
No, hold on now. You can't just say stuff like that and then just go.
Like, more than she owes me.
She drained your balls?
Mm-hmm.
No, she
not in that way, Pete.
It was an infection on the balls.
Oh my God! How did that happen?
She had to nurse me.
How'd you get?
What happens when you sleep in a fucking wheelbarrow?
I was about to say, how did you get an infection in your balls?
A little. Okay, let me just.
That sounds like.
Let me be a little technical.
All right.
There's a little membrane around the ball that holds this fluid, and if it pierces, then the fluid comes out and your ball swells up. So then it starts to become, just overly large, like elephantitis almost. So you got to get it fixed.
Is it painful?
Then they get surgery. Then they sew it up, and then it gets infected because they didn't do a good job of antiseptically keeping things clean in there. And it gets infected. And then you get all this pain and anguish and swelling again. And they have to open it up again. And they leave it open and have a drain. And then she had to be the one that goes in and puts the gauze in and push all that stuff out.
Oh, God.
Weeks on end.
I'm going to throw up.
Well, wait a minute. Did they do a bad job of keeping it clean, or did you, when your balls are laying in your wheelbarrow on a regular basis?
They sealed it up in that. There's two ways to do it. They should have left the drain in there, but they chose to seal it, and they didn't have it clean when they sealed it, and then it got infected again, which got almost to septic, like in
Sepsis?
your blood.
Yeah.
Sepsis. So it was fun. Going through 2 surgeries in less than a month was, not good, not fun.
God.
On your private parts.
So how painful was that?
Well, it was extremely painful.
Oh my God, I
obviously.
can imagine.
And
I hope my balls never get infected.
shit, man. You know what caused it? And I don't tell my son this. We were out here in the backyard and playing football. Okay, he was running routes. He was trying to be Sammy Watkins, right? And I was throwing him passes. He comes running back up to me. He throws the football underhand, hits me right, and because he didn't just hand me the ball.
So
he swung it at me.
So your infected balls was a football injury?
Yes. He hit me.
Oh my God!
I went down like a sack of rocks, man. And it wasn't shortly after that.
Did you go down very sack of tater like?
No, I was a tater man. Yeah. So, but no, it was not good. But anyway, I think that's what I won't tell him that because I don't want him to feel guilty. But man, that's
Hopefully, he doesn't watch the Midday show.
he don't.
Yeah, he ain't got no interest in that.
He's well under. He don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah. Wow, that's a hell of a story. How did I never hear that story?
I don't know, but it was bad, man. It was a bad day, or a bad month.
Yeah.
Whew. So don't do that.
So you don't throw the football anymore, do you?
I actually thought I had testicular cancer. And Rob's like, well, go see somebody. And I go in there, I tell him, I said, I think I have testicular cancer. And he goes, no, you only get that when you're young. You don't have that. So that's not going to happen.
You only get that when you're young?
I'm not sure if that's true.
Well, no. Very, very, I mean, you would have to get like a dart in the universe to get testicular cancer after 30.
Oh, well, I guess I'm safe then.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're good.
Good.
Yeah,
You got a big ball too?
I've still got 3 more years, so.
Yeah, you'll be all right, Vic.
Yeah, at Huffer Billy's age, you got to worry about prostate cancer. I'm sure Robin's checking that on a regular basis too.
It gets
Hey.
it's harder to pee as you get older. But
Yeah, I guess. I don't have that issue, and I don't have prostate issues, but she is checking it just to be sure.
I think all that. I think all that beer that you drink is probably good for your prostate.
That and coffee.
Yeah.
I drink at least a pot and a half every day. 2 pots a day sometimes. Mm-hmm. No, it's funny. It's interesting to think about how people get all worked up about, it's a genital issue. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You just deal with it. But all that said, if we get there, and I'm saying Miami and Clemson gets to the ACC championship, you and I, Slim, need to put a wager on, right?
Well, I'll definitely have a bet with Slim. We bet every year. Every year that they
say we tend to have a bet every. Here's the only problem with that, though. Normally, we have some kind of bet involving a bottle, and we pay up at the Slav Olympics. But you can't carry alcohol onto a cruise ship, so we might have to modify it this year.
Yeah, we'll have to do something different.
Yeah, we'll get there. But anyway, now Louisville, everybody's got this Louisville fantasy, right? I love that, these Louisville people. They're not going to do it. I used to say Pitt is shit or whatever, but I think Pittsburgh is a dark horse out here that people are just ignoring. And not to say they're perfect, but I think they're probably.
I heard Pittsburgh's got a better quarterback than Kenny Pickett ever was.
Yeah,
what I heard.
That's what I heard too.
That's what they say.
That's right, Battle Angel. Yeah, so you do have a prostate. You peed on yourself at the cookout.
Huh?
You peed on yourself, Paul.
Yeah.
Who, me?
That's a prostate issue.
Oh yeah.
Well, is that a prostate issue or is that an
No, it's
inebriation
a
issue?
drinking issue.
Yes, inebriation.
Well, if he thinks he's done peeing and he zips up and then stuff still keeps coming out, I think that's a prostate issue.
Actually, no, it isn't. Dribbling is not prostate.
Okay.
By the way, it's a whole.
I mean, does it when you pee? Does it sound like a diesel truck trying to turn on?
Yes.
That can be a prostate issue.
No, but when I go, it's fine. The stream is strong. The problem is it just
Battle Angel seems to be a prostate expert.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's checking loose.
I don't know. He's right around that age.
I'm sure she is.
Aren't you supposed to get your first? Is it a colonoscopy? I might be thinking of colonoscopy.
It's a
Colonoscopies for colon cancer. My wife actually has to get those every few years because there's a history of it in her family.
But aren't men supposed to get it at 45 or is it 50?
50.
I think it's 40.
You're supposed to start at 50, but you also need to get a prostate exam every year after 55.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to stick the finger up your ass and do all that stuff. But I just told Robin, I said, you can do all that.
Does she know what she's looking for?
Deshaun Watson like some prostate.
Wow.
Well, he was playing football better when he was getting prostate exams.
Yeah. But no, the good news is, if you really have a prostate issue, you dribble everything out. The problem for me was not that. It's just after you go, minutes or 10 minutes later is a little bit that just, because you don't have the same control you do when you were 52 or.
Yeah, so you're incontinent.
Yeah, I need a diaper. So.
How many times?
Big old.
I'm all for Huffer Billy Paul wearing an adult diaper.
Hey man, I'm going to do that this slob cruise, man. Let's go.
Yeah, Paul's going to be roaming the decks in nothing but a diaper and an undershirt.
Yeah, like a big baby.
You imagine. That'll be awesome. Put a big old.
He's gonna curl up next to some fat chick with his thumb in his mouth.
How many times do you wake up in the middle of the night to pee? I bet at least 2.
Only once.
Once?
Only
Okay.
once. Thank God. Usually about 4:30 is kind of the time. But lately I've been going to bed about 11:30. So 4:30, yeah. And I'll drink a glass of water. I drink 16 ounces of water before I go to bed too.
Yeah, are you gonna wear that thong outfit on the cruise?
No, hell no. That thing's gone. I already threw it away.
Oh, you did?
No, it was funny. I got it. And
Thank God for small favor. Jesus.
I had to give somebody some joy with that.
Banana hammock.
It was that thong.
Now, see, you should have kept it. I might have wore it, Paul.
Oh, shit,
Oh, my God.
There ain't no way in hell you could put it on. Hell is all I could do to put it on. And it ain't because of down there. It's a whole body.
Wow. Yeah, we're learning a lot about you today.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm an open book. I don't really care.
Oh, we know. Yeah.
But I'm sure Rob will listen to this later and give me hell because why do you bring my name into?
Well, I brought her name into it, so I'm sorry, Robin, if you listen to this later.
It's not your fault.
But I was.
Yeah, you brought her name into it, but he didn't have to talk about her giving him prostate
Oh.
exams.
Well,
she really doesn't do that.
I was giving her a compliment, so.
Yeah.
No, she's fine. She's good. She'll just beat me up, which is fine. I like it. Makes me feel better.
I believe that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say I absolutely believe that.
But anyway, so let's move to the next topic, which isn't me. Who is the other outlier team? Do you got not in the ACC per se? Because I already think Pittsburgh is one. Who is the other outlier team that can come into the playoffs and actually maybe work themselves into the national championship?
I would say Ole Miss, but I don't know if they're considered an outlier because they're ranked so high.
Outlier.
Playoff.
Yeah.
They're in the club.
Well, then I don't know. It's a good question, actually.
I think as far as like a fringe team to make it, I think Tennessee's considered a fringe team to make it even still.
I think right now Notre Dame is a fringe team.
Yeah, they're not making it. I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna lose another game, at least one more.
I think they need to lose 2 for them to be out.
They might lose this weekend.
Yeah.
Like and listen, I'm with most people. I don't think they should. I think an undefeated Notre Dame should get left out, and they should be forced to join a conference at this point. But just based off of how the committees ranked them before, that as far as the committee is concerned, the name Notre Dame carries weight.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the only 2 times that Notre Dame has made the playoffs when they were undefeated in the regular season. So
yeah.
So do you guys think Oregon has a chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not if they don't break this. Like I realize they finally woke up against Oregon State, but okay, are you waking up for one game because it's a rivalry, or is what we saw in the first 2 weeks the trend we're going to see out of Oregon?
No, I think it's gonna be more like what we saw the last game they played. Oregon State.
Well, and I would tend to agree with you, but I still don't know. I need to see more.
Yeah.
What about Southern Cal?
Playing against UCLA.
I think Southern Cal has as good a chance as Oregon does.
Those are the 2 that I keep watching just to see if they're going to make a move. And when I say make a move, just prove the consistency.
Well, they just lost, didn't they?
Yeah. I'm about to say Southern Cal just lost. So
they lost to Michigan because Michigan got their backup and finally ran the damn ball like they were supposed. Michigan ain't got a chance in fucking hell. Sorry.
Okay, but they got just as much of a chance as Southern Cal if they beat them.
Yes.
I think Southern Cal is growing into their new normal. I don't think Michigan's growing at all.
No.
I think Michigan is who Michigan is.
Yeah, I think that Michigan is going to get stomped by Oregon and Ohio.
I agree.
We're all like, everybody just assume that, Lincoln Riley offense isn't the Lincoln Riley offense this year. Well, what if it's actually what a lot of people were thinking preseason, and Michigan's defense is still elite?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They can't fucking pass the ball.
No, you ain't got to pass the ball when you can shut down Lincoln Riley's offense.
No, I'm saying in the playoffs.
Well, they didn't exactly shut them down, but
no, they didn't either. So.
No, but as close as you're going to, you held Lincoln Riley offense to 24 points.
Yeah,
that's an accomplishment by any metric.
It is, and I was yelling at the TV the whole time. But that being said, I do believe that they have a more balanced team at USC than they do at Michigan, and I don't believe Michigan can get their team balanced. I think USC can. I think that USC can excel from here. They should have won that game because, well, anyway, like I said, I was yelling at the TV.
I think Michigan's going to lose 2 more games. I think they already lost to Texas. I think they're going to lose to Ohio State, and I think they play Penn State too, don't they?
No. They do play Oregon.
Ooh.
They play Oregon, but they have them in the Big House.
But they're still losing.
What's the Big House? Jeez.
Well, they're still losing. It doesn't matter. I mean, they had Texas in the Big House, so.
Okay, that doesn't mean they'll lose to Oregon.
Yeah, Texas is better than Oregon
so far this year than Oregon.
Okay.
We'll see. But I think Oregon and USC are 2 of the up-and-comers that are they're going to be threats. They're going to be in the playoffs, and they're probably going to be threats.
Playoff team in that?
It would be hilarious if Michigan lost to Oregon and then beat Ohio State. That would be great.
Well, see, that's actually what I'm... That's what I'm absolutely looking for is a round robin in as many conferences. I want Ohio State, Michigan, and Oregon to all beat each other. I want Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee or Ole Miss to all beat each other. Like I want chaos, and I want to sit back and watch.
Can we point and laugh at Penn State yet?
For what?
For what?
I mean, come on, Franklin. What are you doing over there?
For what? For struggling against Bowling Green.
Yeah, well, for being what they are.
You know,
They've been. How long have they been there? 7 years? 6 years?
I mean, they're undefeated. They're ranked in the top 10.
Yeah.
No, Bowling Green.
They don't have a chance, right? You can see it.
I don't know.
Bowling Green.
I mean, Bowling Green almost beat Texas A&M. So
They did.
Well, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, think about it. It's Texas A&M.
I think
maybe Bowling Green is not that bad.
I don't get the James Franklin hate every year. I mean,
I don't either.
Well, he can't. He's never winning the games that he needs to win. Is my point. He never seems to be able to beat either Ohio State or Michigan. Hell, he loses to Wisconsin at times. I mean, I don't know, man. He should be in the championship game in the Big Ten. He's never getting.
Well, he made it in
years and years ago.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, but he ain't making nothing now.
Nope.
He might. I mean, Penn State's undefeated.
Yeah,
I know that.
They could make
I know they're undefeated. They're not going to be for long.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're just trying to discredit anybody that's undefeated because you're not, Upper Billy.
No. Look. We have enough issues over here. Trust me, and I can go ahead and count them on 17 fingers. But but we have I'm saying that Franklin has had a long time to prove that he's worthy of being a championship caliber team, and he hasn't done it. So how
has he really? I mean, by that logic, by your logic, Bobby Bowden's a bad coach because he didn't win a national title for 20 years.
Not national, no. I said championship.
Yeah, Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Big Ten, yeah.
Just even compete, like 2016 was the last time he's in the game. So.
Well, it's been one of the toughest divisions of football for a while now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's been a long time, as Led Zeppelin say. Been a long time.
I mean, people say the same thing about Ryan Day, but, I mean, Ryan Day has literally only been a head coach for 5 years.
He's in the championship game.
Playing. All I've heard all offseason is if Ryan Day doesn't beat Michigan or win a natty, he should be fired. And I'm like, please.
Yeah, that's
fire
insane.
A guy that's never won less than 11 games ever.
We should never fire Ryan Day. He needs to stay there forever. Just like we should never fire Norville. He should stay there forever. And
ever.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
We don't want them to be good. Just let them keep doing this shit and we'll be all right.
Forever.
I just get mad at Franklin because I had so much. I was a big Franklin man, to be honest. I mean, like for multiple years until about 2 years ago. And then I got on and, couldn't stand it anymore. Franklin was a good coach, man. Why is he not winning?
He is winning. He's just not winning enough for you.
No, he's not getting to the championship. He should be one of these sons of bitches, whether it be Ohio State or Michigan, before they invited USC and Oregon to the game. He should have been in that damn game.
It's entirely possible that he makes it to the Big Ten championship this year.
Well, let's watch, because if he doesn't, now I'm going to say, look, man, we've been waiting for Godot for how long?
Yeah, but if he does, then your argument's dead.
No, listen, I will reverse. I will apologize. I will say I'm wrong. I suck. I mean, whatever. But damn, man, let's go. Let's get going. So I have to give him a hard time because I want him to get motivated. Not that I'm going to motivate him, but you know what I mean. I think the fans deserve better.
Maybe you need to be. Sounds like you need to be giving Dabo a hard time then.
Trust me. Just fetal and chest.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, Slaw was telling me that Dabo wasn't going to be there next year.
Yep.
Well, according to Dabo, Dabo's not going to be there next year.
No.
At least the way he was talking, up until the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, so once they start paying the players, then he's going to quit. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been over this 100 times.
Well,
Hey.
no, the key for
When it came down to the brass tacks, Dabo backtracked quicker than a fucking Ohio.
Well, I've been telling you for years he's not leaving, no matter what they do.
So Dabo's all talk.
He was trying to make a point.
Pete's logically correct, and factually correct. He's not going to leave.
He was trying to make a point about the professionalization of college athletics. Excuse me. So that's all he was doing.
By saying I'm going to take my ball and go home?
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have said it. Stupid thing to say, especially when you don't mean it.
Yeah.
I'm not defending what he said. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I knew from the moment he said it that he didn't mean it.
Well, he meant a part of it. I mean, he meant conceptually that, right? I think he didn't like the unseemly part of buying.
Well, and listen, I don't disagree with him. Like, I don't think the players should get a split of the revenue.
Why?
Because in my opinion, they are already more than fairly compensated from the university.
I completely disagree.
See, now Dabo's acting like he likes revenue sharing.
I can't disagree more.
He said the revenue sharing is going to benefit Clemson.
Well, and here's my thing: when it comes to I've said this when it comes to other things. So this isn't a football thing. This is just a life thing. If you want to get treated like an adult, they're making all this money. You want your piece of it. Fine. Do away with scholarships. You pay your own fucking way. You can't. I'm so sick and tired of this half in, half out shit.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that, Slim. My argument has been, look, I personally think that they should get paid. They should be under contract. They should have obligations. You can't leave until after 3 years and you have a graduate degree. Whatever. I don't really care.
I agree with that, yeah.
They should be paid, though.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah, and how they get paid, or the amount they get paid, I should say, not how, but the amount should not be disproportionate. The linemen shouldn't be fucked, and the receivers get $1 billion.
Well, no, when it comes to that, they actually, by law, and then we kind of touched on this last night because of Title IX laws, they have to pay everybody equally, but that doesn't just account for the football team. That accounts for the golf team and the bass fishing team and the women's volleyball team too.
I know.
Like, that's something I don't think a lot of people are taking into account is this isn't, $20 million split up amongst the football players. This is $20 million split up amongst everybody that's on an athletic scholarship at that university.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Well, right now, that's how it has to work by law.
How it's supposed to work.
Yeah, but it's
unless somebody goes in there and unless the federal government goes in there and retracts Title IX laws, that's how it has to work by law.
But look, Slim, here's the difference. The fact that the TV networks and the universities are the college football programs. Universities are an extension of that. They're making billions, okay? And the players, yeah, they got a scholarship. Yeah, they should pay their tuition.
Why are you so worried about somebody? See, that right there is the problem. Everybody is so goddamn worried about what somebody else has in their pocket. Quit watching other people's pockets.
No, my point is they're the ones that are waking up at 5:30 in the morning, doing summer workouts, doing all this shit.
But what are you getting for it? You're getting free food in your belly for 4 years. You're getting free clothes on your back for 4 years. You're getting a free roof over your head for 4 years.
You're wearing out your joints and your body.
Yeah, but nobody's for it. They don't have to do it if they don't want to.
Like, I think people have lost sight of what a privileged position these players are in.
They shouldn't be left out on the money. That's all I'm saying.
They're not. That's why NIL is a thing.
NIL, listen, I would like it to go right through the university. There's no reason for us to have to give money to NIL for them to be paid. Go through the university. We give money to our athletic,
You're still going to pay for it.
Club.
Guess what? That whole 10% talent fee that's getting added to the every game ticket at Tennessee, you are paying for it still.
We don't get one at Clemson, so
we will. I guarantee we will.
Oh, they will. Everybody's fixing to be doing that.
Yeah.
If everything went through IPTAY at Clemson, okay, and they have to pay the players, but it's going through IPTAY, not NIL, through IPTAY.
Well, then do away with NIL then.
Well, IPTAY is me and you. I mean, that's what that is.
IPTAY, you get status. You get priority. You don't get shit when you donate to NIL. So
you get good players.
Yeah, you get good players.
Anyway,
you get some perks if you donate through IPTAY. I get like a better parking spot or something. I mean,
yeah, you get better. You actually get better seating too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter because Hufferbilly Slaw is going to park 2 miles away and make everybody walk anyway.
Fuck you.
Motherfucker, you're the one that did it.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% correct. I'm just saying fuck you anyway.
Paul parked off campus.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, I did.
Oh. To save like what, $5?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you just give him the extra $5, Slim, and told him to park closer.
Yeah, well, I had never been to Clemson. I didn't know that it was only another $5.
I don't know how much it was.
Wasn't $5. Come on. Stop.
All right, 10.
No, it was way more than that. Come on. It was $10 to park where we park.
I know. That's why you parked there.
It would have been 20 to park closer.
Yeah.
$75. And here's the other thing.
70. No, stop it.
Anyway, get me started.
It costs like $25 or $30 to park most of those lots on game day. Now, if the lots,
I've heard they even make Clemson students move their vehicles so people can park.
I don't know about that.
Which you want to talk about dirty, man. Jordan Bowman was the one who told me about that.
Well, that's bullshit. They did that to me too back in 82, 84. Yeah.
The people that have houses on campus, they'll let you park in their yard, but they'll charge you like $40 or $50 to pull your car in there. Oh, which I would do that too if I lived there. Fuck it.
No, it's not a bad problem. I mean,
I'm with you. $50 a head, and I can probably fit 20 vehicles in my yard. Yeah, go ahead. Fuck
make
it.
some money.
I don't give a shit about the grass anyway.
Yeah.
Means you don't have to mow it.
Exactly.
What's up, TB?
Not much. I was gonna come on here and kind of support Slim because at first, I thought he was saying it a little different, but no, I do agree. I think yes, paying the players, like I understand where that comes from, but I think you also have to look at it as how many of these players do want to get paid if they have to pay for their scholarship. Now, of course, it depends on what school you go to. Some of these schools cost, I don't know, $15,000 a year or $16,000 a year. No, I mean like Georgia's 20.
Wake Forest is 50.
Well, it might not be a good idea to go to Wake Forest then.
Yeah, to his point, Georgia's $25 to $30,000 a semester. You get into something like Miami, that's $45 to $50,000 a semester.
Well, and I think that's what's going to happen is if you play it that way, if you play it and you go, okay, we're going to make the players have to deal with their own, pay for their own stuff. It's not a bad thing, but you're going to have players go, okay, I'm not going to make a whole lot, so I'm not going to that school. if I have to pay for my own scholarship, I'm not going there because I could go to this school, have a chance at the NFL, pay $14,000 a year and only end up paying, what is that, $56,000 over 4 years? Like, compared to going somewhere and paying $45,000 a year and, having to pay $180. Like,
and I don't disagree with that, but here's going to be your problem with that. Even upping the limit of scholarships or players you can have on your roster, you can only have so many.
Oh, no, and I agree. I'm just saying it's first come, first serve, basically. And of course that college has to want to accept you. Even if you want to go there, they could just be like, no, we don't want you. But I am a huge believer in NIL and what it's supposed to be. If Slim and PigskinPeete are my quarterback and my receiver, and Pete is doing what Cade Klubnik decided he was going to wake up and randomly do, and that's throw for 47,000 yards in the first half of every game, then, hey, Pete, your jerseys are selling off the shelf. Here's your revenue.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't have any problem with that.
But for me to say, all right, VicTube, look, man, you suck, bro. I love you. But, like, you got negative 37 yards rushing in 4 games. Give me that paycheck back. I'm not saying you don't deserve money, like if the team is getting money, but I'm not about to sit here and try to pay for your whole living and pay for your whole scholarship when that's not what NIL is for. So that's what I'm saying is I think the two can be separated, but I don't mind if a college is like, Vic, we're not going to pay you money, but we are going to pay for half your scholarship or, half your school or half your whatever. But I do think it needs to be earned.
Well, first of all,
yes, and to be clear, I think revenue sharing and NIL are two very separate things.
Agreed.
And I'm all for NIL. Now, I'm not for how it's necessarily structured, because the way I look at it, which I tend to think is the correct way, is NIL is much like an endorsement deal. That players in the NFL get an endorsement deal either off of hype coming into the NFL or production once they get there.
Yeah, agreed.
So in either sense, that's earned. I ain't got a problem in the world with that. But when you're getting, like I said, a free education, this isn't the 70s, 80s, or 90s. No players are going hungry. You have 10 dietitians figuring out meal plans for each and every one of these football players. They've got, like I said, a free roof over their head for 4 years. Like, if you want to be treated like an adult, treat them like an adult all the way. Let's not half-ass it.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a moot point. The academic scholarships are not going away no matter what happens with NIL or revenue share or anything.
No,
you say that, but I think things have gone tilted way too much toward the player, and I think there has to be balance.
Yeah, I guess my only thing to that, as much as I agree with what you said, I do have to say, if the scholarship isn't worth that much, you're gonna have players going, oh well, we get paid $3,000 a month. That's I can pay for my own scholarship. I'm not worried about that. But I think Slim is like, okay, that's all we're asking. We do want you to pay for it because then that saves us money. We shouldn't have to be forking out money for everybody just because.
Yeah, because in essence, you're wanting that free ride and you're wanting to get paid on top of it. So as Pete has so eloquently said in the past, you are wanting your cake and wanting to eat somebody else's too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cake eating thing is real here. I mean, we got to eat other people's cake and our cake too.
Yeah. Now, but I know, and then this is the thing where you see with some of these other YouTubers and people in everyday life. If so-and-so, if Cade Klubnik, he's dominating right now. If he ends up making, we'll say he makes $7 million this year just from dominating, and let's say he gets these, endorsements and does commercials, whatever, we don't care. Hey, make as much money as you can make. I'm not about to sit here and say, hey, put a limit on it. Put a limit on how much they can make. You make how much you can make. But at the same time, you got to play it both ways. Hey, if so-and-so's not doing good, don't give him money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, to your point, TB, where this also isn't like it was 30 years ago. Each and every one of these players are getting a $3,000 a month stipend from the NCAA. So it's not like they're running around with no money in their pockets anyway.
No, agreed. But I think it is the beginning of all of this, just like it's the beginning of the transfer portal. We're still in that, the beginning era, the playoff. Like, there's so many beginnings that have all happened within the last, 5 to 8 years,
I agree. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of changes at one time.
But there's too many.
Well, and that's why I think Slim was saying you're going to have – it's going to get settled. Some things are going to get put into place. I think the contract thing is an amazing thing to do because even the NFL, every player is not on a one-year contract.
Yeah, and I think that, to your point, that'll end up stifling a lot of this transfer portal once guys get put on contracts like that.
And sorry to just keep talking, but did y'all see the whole the UNLV situation?
Yeah, we talked about that at the top of the show.
Yeah, we talked about that this morning.
Y'all give me just your brief opinion. You don't have to talk crazy into it.
Dandy and I were just talking on WeChat about this.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like.
I mean, look, man, look. You whatever your deal is, you have to honor that. You can't quit on your team halfway through the season.
He's quitting on his team. There's no doubt.
I mean, but you say that, but we don't have a problem with players quitting on their team at the end of the year for a quote unquote meaningless.
I do have a problem with that.
Well, in general.
Yeah. I mean, but then too, though, dude was offered $100,000 to go there. And he's only received 3,000 of it so far.
Well, that's a problem.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is dude's like, bro, we're 3-0 right now. What are we like? How am I not getting? You guys told me, but then again, it was also verbal. It wasn't signed before you got there as you were getting there. So I kind of put it on the player or whoever his agent is or his parents. Like, you should have had something signed before.
NIL agents are a thing. You can have an NIL agent.
Well, he has one now.
I don't think he did.
I think he does now.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to say he does now, but I'm saying that's...
Right, which is the reason why this is happening to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these are those beginning era things.
And then Quinn Ewers is kind of the flip side of that. He took that $1 million from Ohio State and then threw him the deuces.
Yeah.
Right. The issue is this. You cannot take an NIL deal and then you play a good game, or in the case of this UNLV quarterback, Kansas boots around a fumble and 6 guys try to pick it up and they don't pick it up, and then you get lucky and win the game. And now you feel like your profile is boosted higher because you ended up stumbling into
the guy's got like a 40-something% completion percentage.
In the head coach's office and you say, give me $300,000 more or I'm quitting. Fuck you.
That's blackmail.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that's
extortion, and that is a crime.
Well, that's where I think the contract thing comes into play. I think it's a very smart thing to do, because now an 18 or 19-year-old kid that has a bad day at practice can't go, man, I'm upset, I'm leaving. It's like, dude, you're gonna have bad days.
Well, this guy's he's gonna get
Need to have stipulations. They need to have stipulations. You can't just march in after week 3 because you had a good performance on TV and say, "Well, you give me $300,000 more or I'm cleaning out my locker."
But they should have paid him already for whatever.
Well, and here's the thing with that too, TB, is, and this, there's precedent for this. Contracts have stood up in court as legally binding when it was in the player's favor and schools tried to revoke them. So once again, it has to go both ways.
Oh no, I'm with you. I think what he was saying, players can't just march in and ask for more, but I think that's where you have stipulations. Hey, if my jersey sells, give me incentives. And if it's already like
put it in writing,
make it like the NFL.
Put it in writing.
Well, and that's not even the school getting that anymore. Like 20 years ago, I remember having that conversation with my uncle and thinking the same thing. But look at it now. You go to, Fanatics and you order a jersey. These are all NIL jerseys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's not that players getting a piece of that.
Well, and that's what I mean is the incentive part of like y'all remember when the New Orleans Saints had their own incentives? Y'all remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Bounty Gate.
Yeah. So I'm saying give players incentives to like, hey, we're paying you or we're giving you this, whatever, but in your contract, for every game that you throw for 300 yards, you get X amount. Or if you
well, when it comes to the schools, and that kind of touches into the area that is still kind of gray because none of us are lawyers. When it comes to Title IX laws, by law, they have to pay everybody equally. And like I said, that doesn't just count the football team. That counts the golf team and the women's volleyball team and shit too.
Well, then it would have to come through a sponsor.
That incentive base would have to be NIL based, is what I'm saying.
And I was going to say that, or it would have to come through a sponsor. If you're getting sponsored or you have an NIL deal with the the Ford truck, you have an NIL deal with Ford and they're like, hey man, we'll pay you, but man, if you have a couple 300-yard games, we'll give you this much, but you owe us a commercial or
write it in the contract.
Yeah,
but it should be all
in week 4, your contract is null and void and you're a bitch.
Yeah. Well, that guy, that quarterback got bad. That quarterback got bad advice because I think it's going to come back to bite him. Who wants to bring a guy in who could just quit on their team 4 games into the season?
Nobody.
Now,
nobody.
Look, as I said to Vandy Dandy, what? So now he's going to go to Arizona just to pull a name out of the hat, and then he's going to play for Arizona, and then in week 3 he has a great game against BYU, and then he marches into Arizona's coach's office and says, give me another $500,000 or I'm cleaning out my locker. Dude, fuck you.
Plus, if what he says is true, let's say they offered him a certain amount of money, they didn't give it to him, then he probably should have never played at all. He should have been like, I'm not playing until I get what you gave me.
Vandy should look.
If the school is breaching their contract that they promised him, then it's on him to say, hey, guys, I'm
Vandy
on strike,
should take him.
so to speak.
Vandy should take him as immediately, if not sooner. And then Vandy Dandy can realize how much of an ass he is when he walks the fuck out after game 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that guy anywhere near my football team.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
No,
but
I wouldn't either.
Though I think there's a lot of stuff that we
cancer.
Because it's like if I tell Pete, hey dude, come to this job, we'll give you 100,000, and he gets here, and my boss, because this was an assistant coach that told him, and my boss, who's now Pete's boss, goes, here's your check, and he gets 3,000. It's like,
not to mention, he's not that good. I mean, it's not like he's Jackson Dart. I mean, 40 something % completion percentage. Come on, man. You're lucky.
No, here's what it was. UNLV beat Kansas because he fumbled, or somebody on UNLV fumbled, and then the Kansas defenders, instead of falling on the ball, kicked it around for a minute and a half. 6 different Kansas defenders could have recovered it, and then UNLV recovered it. One of the linemen recovered it, and then they ended up winning the game. And so now all of a sudden he's a hero because he upset Kansas, who, by the way, hasn't won a game against an FBS team his entire season. But all of a sudden now his shit is great. Now, if he had some confidence in himself, he would play out the season with UNLV, maybe go to the playoff. But I think deep down in his heart, he realizes that he sucks, and that the only reason he has any cachet or profile at all is because Kansas can't recover a fucking fumble.
Well, if that's the case, then he definitely should have stayed. He should be lucky to have the starting job at UNLV right now.
His character.
I don't like this.
And listen, this is why I say that. And this is why I'm so against universities themselves paying players, not NIL, because at the end of the day, like all we do is focus on, who's getting drafted, who's going on to the league. But the simple fact of the matter is over 99% of these guys will never play another snap of football after they leave college.
Which is correct, which is why they should get the money now.
Or which is why.
Yes, absolutely get your NIL money. But that scholarship does still matter because that's what you're going to be living off of for the rest of your life.
That's right. And so he should get his degree from UNLV rather than cleaning out his locker after week 4 because he marched into the coach. Yes.
Yep.
So you and I are going to agree on this. Yep.
No, and I agree with both of y'all, but give me my fucking money.
Well, yeah. And to your point, if it was just a verbal agreement, I mean, sometimes you learn hard lessons in life, and that's a hard lesson he may be learning.
1,000% with that. That's the part of you.
No, from what I do understand, he played at Holy Cross for 4 years, and this is his final year of eligibility. And so the reason why he's doing it now, and I haven't looked this up, but I was told this, and so correct me if I'm wrong, but so he played at Holy Cross for 4 years, played at UNLV, and now that he has been on the national stage for a fucking 3 weeks or whatever.
That's even worse if he's only got 1 year left.
Last year. So what it means is that he's going to now sit out before he plays 4 full games for UNLV, so that therefore he can preserve his final year of eligibility and transfer to
so he's going to try to
preserve his final year to do what? I mean, he's not
transfer to Vanderbilt and get $75,000 to lose to everyone on the
he's not going to the NFL. He's going to be putting his degree to work. And
look, a lot of you guys keep saying that whole put the degree to work. I think we all know about 85 people who all say they have a job that has nothing to do with their degree.
No, but you got a degree.
And I got a degree. I got a great degree from esteemed Clemson University, and I don't use that shit at all.
But you got one, and it got you. Listen, it gets.
No, you're right. It's important that listen. If I didn't have a degree from Clemson, then I would not have had the opportunities that I've had. That's true.
That's exactly right. Don't forget about the fact that degree don't matter. It's that you got a degree.
Yeah,
that's right. You're correct on that.
That's what this kid is thinking. That's what this kid is thinking is like, I've already got my degree, my 4th year.
No, the idea that, I agree with you. The idea that degrees are worthless is incorrect.
No, I'm not saying it's
incorrect. An art degree is worthless.
No, degrees are not worthless.
An art degree?
No, to his point, even if it's not in the field that your degree is in, by simply having that piece of paper, it'll grant you opportunities that it wouldn't other people.
Yeah, that's 100%
true. That's what I'm trying to say, Slim. Yep, that's right.
Well, I'm saying this guy's thinking, like Vic was saying, y'all were talking about go to Vanderbilt. He's just looking at it as survival. Like, he's already got his degree. He's in his 4th year. He's looking at it as, where can I go and get the most amount of money, because I'm not getting it here. So it's like, I have to redshirt and go somewhere else and get $70,000.
Oh, I don't know. He might find out nobody's willing to offer him a single dollar.
You're the quarterback of UNLV. Bitch.
Yeah, I'm about to say to Pete's point.
I was at UNLV and say, give me $300K.
He might not get offered anything.
How much are you really going to get if you quit on your team 4 games into the season? Correct. Who's going to want you?
Correct. And Slim, I'll tell you something, and you'll all agree with me on this. Dabo would never take a motherfucker like that.
No, hell no.
Well, okay, perfect example. To that point, there are plenty of teams that need a wide receiver like Antonio Brown, but nobody's going to put up with his bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Diddy would take him.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Damn.
Antonio Brown has the best count on X.
I follow Antonio Brown on Twitter.
He is
amazing.
He's hilarious.
Can I change it just a tad off of this, right? I mean, not the degree thing is all I'm going on, right?
Yeah.
So degrees are moving from, quote, academic. Now, I mean, they're still really good academic degrees, but I mean, like you said, fucking, philosophy and basket weaving and all that shit doesn't matter. But there are blue collar. What do you call them? What's the school?
Vocational.
A trade school?
Trade school.
Yeah.
Vocational schools is what you're saying.
Trade schools actually are going to become as important. I do believe this. That's a trend.
Yes.
I think they're going to be as important as the academic, whatever.
Oh, well, I completely agree with you because to that point, Slaw, a friend I went to high school with, and he was like the stoner kid in school. Everybody knows the type. But, I mean, here we are, 15 years out of high school. He makes more money than anybody I know because he went to trade school, got certified in welding. He's an underwater welder now.
Yeah,
That's right.
Right, but
That man makes over $500,000 a year.
Wow.
right, and that's awesome, and I have a lot of respect for that. Counterpoint, though, is moving into the future, the type of people that we would think of as trade school or vocational school people are going to have to be much more tech savvy.
Well, yes. They're going to have to be AI, robots.
Technology.
Right. But if you want to know how to program AI, you need to go to actual university.
Yes.
but things like underwater welding is not going to be replaced by AI anytime soon.
Well,
No, not
sure
in
about that?
any of our not in our lifetimes. No.
well,
I disagree with that 100%.
Well,
Underwater welding
I mean,
is a great job to be replaced by AI.
Having been in the field, they still can't get much less AI, but they still can't get robotics to do a lot of the weld. Like they can't get them to weld aluminum, they can't get them to weld stainless
In the
steel.
regular world,
In 2024, in 2034, in 2044.
Well, that's why I say I don't think it's something to worry about in our lifetimes, but in the future, yeah.
I don't underestimate the exponential the progress of robotics and artificial intelligence. Do that at your own pace.
Don't underestimate speed of technology.
Yeah, of the advancement and increase in technology and automation. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a great degree now. Robotics, get a job easy.
Yeah.
No. If you're the person who makes the robots, great. But you probably aren't going to trade school for that.
Actually, you are going to trade school to just deal with the maintenance on them.
There you go.
Yeah, for now.
You're like you got to carry around a little oil can, like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not in industrial. I've got a buddy who, in his 30s, is switching careers, and he's getting into industrial maintenance, and that's doing nothing but growing.
Will we have robots repairing robots in the future?
Yes.
Not in our lifetime.
I mean, they're already performing certain.
Like the show Stories, watching Shorties, it's like that.
Because guess what? We were told we were going to have robots delivering our food, and we've got it, and that's not working out very well.
Yeah, so we're gonna have robots.
It's not working out very well, really, because
it's really not. Those things are getting robbed blind. Those things are getting robbed blind in the United States.
And they're getting shot down. Do you see that?
No, it's gonna be pretty okay.
Do you see that guy in Florida that shot down the Walmart drone?
Yes, I saw that.
Why are people?
It's impossible to imagine that they're going to fix this, right?
This guy went out in his front yard with a 9mm and shot down a Walmart drone.
What's the drone going to do? Shoot them back?
That's what I'm about to say. They're going to start putting guns on the drones.
Oh, shit.
They're just going to make them more resistant to this type of shit.
Facts. Bulletproof drones. I like it.
Yeah, we need bulletproof drones now.
Florida,
dude,
Florida man-proof drones.
I'll come back.
It's not a joke. That's what's going to happen.
Well, you're happy.
I know.
Well, they don't have the money. Listen, to deliver food now be $180.
Oh yeah, please pay for our bulletproof drones.
Yeah, exactly. You realize how much they would have to raise the cost?
These fucking multi-billion and trillion-dollar conglomerates can afford to bulletproof their fucking drones.
Because people keep shooting.
Walmart can't afford to bulletproof drones. Fuck off. Of course they can. They will.
Well,
I'm just saying, all of people are just tipping over these food delivery robots for fun, even if they aren't stealing the food out of them.
They're in their nascent stages, but
hey,
you have to have a little bit of an imagination to understand that, 5 and 10 and 15 years from now, the technology is going to be much better than what it is right now.
The cost structure means that am I going to really pay for that damn margin?
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you, Belushi. I think we're just disagreeing on the timetable. That's all.
I think it's going to be quicker than you think.
Well, and Volusia, you said that these companies have that much money. They have enough money to pay for it. Just like these colleges have enough money to pay kids, but they're still adding 10% on them tickets.
Multinational corporations have more money than universities.
That's why people with money continue to make money, because once again, to that exact point, they'll pass the cost on to us every time.
Yes, and so don't doubt their ability to use all the money they have for stock buybacks. Sometimes they might dump that back into robotics research or whatever it is to make
No,
to
they're going to do bulletproof drones.
I'm not paying $45.
Yes, bulletproof drones. Yes. You are gonna. You don't have a choice. We don't have a choice, man.
I'm making
yes, I very much have a choice. I can get my lazy ass up off my couch and go get my own Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I also go kill my damn own.
The only choice you have is to plant your own garden and make everything from scratch. Otherwise, you are a slave to the man, just the same way everyone else is.
I eat my squirrel. I kill my squirrels. I prepare my squirrels.
I run over the squirrels. I make my own shovel. I smelt it from iron. I shovel that squirrel up in the back of the truck, and then I fucking barbecue it on the grill that I made from my own hands. Yeah.
No, hey, can you make me one of those?
I mean, guess what, Volusia? You may not like it, but literally 95+% of the meat I eat either comes from my own hand or a local farm.
So that wasn't necessarily directed at you. I'm just taking the piss, obviously.
Yeah. But all this delivery shit, if you're going to have people shooting down drones or whatever, delivery vans being turned over.
Why are we shooting down drones? What are we doing? Why are we shooting down delivery drones?
Because it's fun. That's why.
What is wrong with y'all over there, man?
No, old man he saw that drone. He thought he was
an Egg McMuffin delivered to my house at 8:30 in the morning. Why the fuck somebody got to shoot it down? What's wrong with you?
That old man he saw that drone. He thought it was the Russians. He said, "Fuck that! Get my gun."
Yeah, right. That was a Jesus.
We're armed over here.
Calm down, man.
It was funny too. The cops ring his doorbell and he answers the door and he's like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Sir, did you shoot down a drone over your house a couple hours ago?" And he goes, "Yeah, I did." They go, "Why?"
What are you doing?
He said, "I don't know. It was flying over my house. Thought it was taking."
Prophetic, and I thought it was spying on me.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It wasn't. It was delivering a fucking Egg McMuffin to your neighbor.
Yeah.
What's crazy though is how long was it hovering for him to be able to go outside, see it, and then go back in and get his gun?
Yeah.
No, he's got people that sit in lawn chairs in their front lawns with guns in their lap the entire day long.
Don't get started. See, here's the problem. Nobody actually does that, Volusia.
I know. Again, another joke. I'm just taking the piss. Of course, I'm joking.
This man thought the British were coming and shot down a drone.
But I do have a gun specifically to shoot down a drone.
If a drone is hovering over my house long enough for me to go inside and get a gun, I'm shooting the motherfucker down too.
Well, he got arrested.
But me, Slim, you live out in the sticks, right? Like you don't live in a city.
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes outside town, city. Now, granted, I say city limits. I live in a town of less than 10,000 people.
Right. So there's no look. It's very likely that if it's drones hovering around outside your house, then
it probably is something nefarious.
Right. It's not your neighbor's Egg McMuffin, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they're delivering out here.
I'm over here in 500,000 person land, and a drone comes over my house, I shoot at it too.
Bro, I don't think you're allowed to do
I'm
that.
with you, Slaw. Me and you both. Hey, one drone down, fucking 10 million to go.
I came out at
You
night.
need to calm down a little bit, dude. You need to calm down.
The world is a safer place.
6 weeks ago, I came out with some.
The world is a safer place with my bullets flying everywhere in the middle of my
I
city.
blew that fucker out of the sky. That son of a bitch hit the ground. That was great.
No, I ain't worried about the bullet falling.
Mm-mm.
No, you get.
No, I'm not using a rifle. Never use a rifle to shoot a drone down.
I tell you what,
They're maniacs.
Why not? Why do you not?
Slim is the least maniacal of all of y'all right now, which is crazy to
use a
say.
rifle? What would I use?
Use either a shotgun or a pistol caliber carbine.
yeah, this guy used a 9mm pistol. That's actually pretty impressive that he shot a drone down with a pistol like that.
So,
Yeah.
Well, they got to be low.
And he had a Virginia Slim in his mouth.
so
Fuck them.
what's wrong with shooting a rifle?
Good Lord.
Snap.
All right.
No, but I'm
You
with
need
you.
to come over here. You need to get your ass back over here to Volusia.
and get
Fuck
involved.
that.
Yeah, Slaw. Yeah, Lou's right. You need to, if you shoot down a drone, you need to use an attack weapon.
I don't need to do
No,
any of those
an
things.
assault weapon. Yeah.
Attack?
use
No, he
assault
said
weapon.
attack
I
weapon.
have no inkling to do any of those things.
AR-15.
Fuck no.
No, Vic, don't say that. You're going to have CNN over here in about 5 minutes.
And man, motherfuck CNN.
Fuck all of that.
There was a
shit.
shooting on the pigskin.
I'm doing great over here. I'm doing great. I don't have to worry about any of that shit. So I'm doing great.
Volusia,
No, you just have to worry about getting thrown back in the fucking gulag. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that either.
What?
It's
Hey,
fine.
hey, Volusia, what fraternity were you in?
Say again?
What fraternity were you
Are
in?
you asking me that?
Yes.
I was not in a fraternity.
Does Volusia strike you as the
my
fraternity type?
The small
yeah,
miracle.
man. Do I look, I want to be very clear. I want to say something real quick.
I wasn't in one either.
Pete and I, no, hold on. Let me say something. Pete and I have met in person. We've hung out and had drinks together. Now, I am not the kind of person that like Jay Shites pretends that I am. Obviously, I'm not some fanny pack wearing fucking whatever the fuck he thinks I kombucha drinking fucking.
Well, no, you're a
Kombucha.
cultural appropriating fucking hippie with dreadlocks.
But I'm also not that. But I'm also not that.
I mean,
But at the same time, like, bro, you know what? I'm definitely not. And Pete can speak. I'm not a fucking fraternity, dude.
No.
What do you think I'm
Well, I'm not either.
You're not a
I was
frat
never-
boy.
No, he's not.
No, dude.
He's not like as Rod would say. He's not one of the Brads and Chads.
No, I didn't do that either. But because
I'm not. Listen, I'm not a. What's a good hippie name for you? I'm not a heaven or a fucking. I'm not a Braden, but I'm not a Brad or a Chad either.
Well, I thought your name was James.
No. My name's same as Slim's, baby.
You're a Chad. Well, I thought that being
so Volusia.
Chad.
So what you are, and it's not wrong. I mean, it's not a bad thing. You're a free thinker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure if I would quite go that far.
Well, no, I'm a free thinker. It's just that what I think is different than what Slim thinks is all.
Well, no,
Yeah,
you're very much a liberal sheep. Let's just be honest about it.
And I think you're a conservative, and that's fine. And we'll agree to disagree. We agree on some shit. We disagree on other shit, and that's fine. I don't want to. We don't have to get into it right now.
And in one corner,
Yeah, right. We don't have to do that. We've done that so many times, and we don't have a lot of time left on the show. So
Hey,
we don't have
it's
to do
been a
that.
minute, and well, I mean, we're already running late, so we might as well go long.
I mean, as long as that's going on, I won't end the show. So.
No. I just came back from.
I guess 15 years from now, you both of your guys robots can fight each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, fuck that! I won't need a robot. I'll just
Rock
shoot
'em,
him.
sock 'em, baby. Rock 'em, sock 'em, dude.
Rock 'em, suck.
I'll shoot his drone out of the air. I'm not worried about him.
Oh, y'all kill me. Rock 'em, suck.
Fucking hell, dude. Yeah.
I can see Slaw in his backyard trying to shoot down that Chinese balloon.
No, I'm not joking. The fucking drones come over the yard, and it's not because I want to kill them. You know, it's not like I'm being mean to the drone. But there's no reason.
I don't think there's a person. I don't think there's a person in the drone.
Stop mistreating the drones.
Slaw, you can get
Why the hell?
Wait for some. Drone lives matter. Okay.
Slaw. You can get one. They make these nets that you shoot out of a gun, and it captures the drone in a net. Have you seen those?
Oh, dude. So you mean I can get their Egg McMuffin too?
Yeah.
Take hostage.
No, the net doesn't go.
Yeah, stealing. Yeah, you can steal their care pack.
It's an attack net.
Yeah, you can
No,
steal,
they had nothing.
steal
They,
the
had
care
nothing.
pack.
They were just trying to see me naked. Is what they were doing.
Yeah.
Robot.
No, I've got a small grenade launcher on my AR, and I have some of those net cartridges for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How high
those
did
things
they
are
go,
cool.
Slim? How high they go?
I've never shot it up in the air. I tested it on my cousin one day to see how effective it was at stopping him.
Did it stop him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if the kids try to run away, that'd be a good thing too.
I mean, I could see Celine Driver in his fucking front yard with one in each hand, just waiting on some kid to step on his grass.
Yell at America.
No, I like I said, that I wish they had goods in it, but they just were flying in my yard. I think they were just trying to take pictures of me naked.
That's even worse.
What were you?
Vic, don't ask questions like that.
Well, Nick, listen, Vic, this is how it works. Okay.
Hey, if I can't get away with running around outside naked, I'm not living there. Like, if there's somebody that close to me that they're going to see me, no, that's not the place for me to live.
They're not that close. They have to get a damn drone to come see it.
They're
That drone has a really big magnifying glass.
They were taking pictures of Robin draining pus out of your balls.
They're going to want to see me naked.
Yeah.
I don't understand. A bad deal.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Heifer Billy sending a drone to come drain the pus out of your balls.
Hey, Volusia, you know, buddy. You know we're joking with you, right?
What? No.
And listen, you speak for yourself, sir.
Don't listen.
I'd love to give him. I love to give Volusia a little bit of trail here.
Ever since Lucia was Asian, that was, I think, kind of the.
Well, listen, Huffer Billy, you're off the map for everybody. Okay, like you're the type, you're in favor of the whole world going into nuclear war with each other.
I've said this for a long time, so yes, I believe that we need a nuclear holocaust to eliminate humanity.
Hey, shut the stream down.
Hey, have y'all ever seen that movie? Have y'all ever seen that movie Kingsman with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yes.
No.
That's Huffer Billy Paul's solution is we need to drastically reduce the population to save the world.
Oh,
so he wants
exactly
nuclear war.
Kingsman's a good movie.
But Humper Billy, my question is, why do you have it in your mind that you're one of the chosens?
I want to go with them. I don't. What you talking about?
Damn.
Yeah, he's not one of the chosen. He said, "Fuck it."
He's definitely fucking not. Is what I'm saying. You said it more directly than I
know.
did.
Is Clemson down that bad? He's ready to punch his ticket.
You need help. Listen, if you need, I have time to talk to you. If you need,
I don't think he wants help. I think he's ready. I think he's committed.
We can talk, man. You can.
Hey, you don't know how committed. Okay, Huffer Billy Paul was harboring these thoughts in grade school.
Oh, I had him. Listen, I had him in seriously in 10th grade. They called me the Mad Bomber. I said, well, why in the hell are these damn Iranian hostages being left alive over there in captivity? Just send nukes. They
the Mad Bomber.
Humper Billy, we have a word for this. It's called psychopath.
Yeah. Hey, Humper Billy, does the word do the words?
I am as close to a psychopath as you can get without actually being one.
Are you sure? You might be towing that line, baby. You might be
he doesn't like. He thinks. Well, no, he thinks it's a good idea. He has no ambitions to actually pull it off.
The further under review.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not the person to go try to pull the cord. You know?
Yeah, you're like a Batman. You're like the Joker.
I feel way better now. Yeah, cool.
you gotta understand. These are the fun times. But anyway, that's why.
Yeah, those will be some fucking fun times. All right.
Yeah.
We have the word psycho in America. It's just normal insane.
Right. What's the cousin's name? Patrick Bateman. All right, Patrick.
Hey,
Billy Bateman.
Hey, listen. I don't want to ever hear anybody say I'm off the reservation with my ideas. Okay.
Bro, you are, but not quite that far. At least you can see it from where you're at.
Yeah.
Nuclear holocaust would be nuclear holocaust is the end game. That's what we need because we're going to save the world. We're going to save Earth. Once we get rid of humans, then the Earth's climate will get better.
Yeah,
that's my whole.
And
true.
Unfortunately, it won't.
All right, so who's going to be here to enjoy it?
Yeah, who are we leaving behind?
Who cares?
Well, the frog, the amphibians will make a huge comeback. Definitely.
Well, listen, like Zuckerberg got his $10 million bunker underground. He'll make it.
True.
I'm sure Bill Gates has got one too.
Let's play this out first. Just 1 second. Hang on, just for a minute.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm dragging this out.
Good God.
Just assume we have a nuclear holocaust, and Zuckerberg has his bunker, and there's 12 or 15 other billionaires who have bunkers, and they get out of the bunker, okay, afterwards, okay, so it's all shit's hit the fan. And they get out of their bunkers and they're just standing there. Well, what do you think is going to be going through their brain?
Well, I mean, they wouldn't make it either because I don't.
Minutes from the
Because I mean, here's the thing. I don't think too many people at that point are going to be using Facebook or Meta or whatever it's called now.
No, nobody's using shit.
I think Zuckerberg's kind of fucked at that. No, not too many people are worried about a Windows operating system. So
he'll step out of his bunker. He's like, where are all the people I can con and exploit? Where's all the data?
Poor old Bill Gates and Zuckerberg and all these other cats. No, the point being is, okay, so I make an example here. Nobody wants that, right? Let's be clear. Nobody. When I say it, I mean it like I'm doing it on purpose because I want people to realize when you do that, there is no reason to be here anymore. That's it.
Dude, listen.
No, and I get what you think. Intellectual way is like these people live and thrive off of fear propaganda and make everybody and do all that.
Yes, mate. Why do you think these motherfuckers like Musk and Bezos and these other pieces of shit are starting companies to shoot rockets up to Mars? It's like literally straight out of a fucking movie.
Well, but it's
hey, now hang on a second. I'm with nuking Mars. I think that's a great idea.
Why?
Why not?
It's the only other choice we got, and it's not a good one.
But it's like, yeah, if all that were to happen, and like you say, in the nuclear happened, it's like, what do these guys do that live off of that? We're
not going to make it. We're not.
But I'm saying that's why I don't think it will happen.
Well, no, human beings would make it, but listen, no matter what Volusia thinks, yes, the Zuckerberg types wouldn't make it, but it's not because there's nobody to exploit, because they're not exploiting anybody.
I'm joking again, but yes.
When I say things that I say, I try to do them to get people to think about the extreme. Okay? If you want,
I agree with you that we're all going to die.
Yeah, the end of the world is pretty extreme. You're right.
Yeah. You're not. There is. Look, man. Think about it. There ain't nothing left. Except maybe 5 people here and 10 people.
Well, here's the thing. Even if they hit Memphis, I'm outside of the blast radius, and ain't nobody aiming for my little town of 6,000 people.
I'll let them know, Slim.
There's still radiate. There's still fallout.
But it should be the biggest concerning thing in people's minds right now. Period. And we don't even we pass it off as like, well, it's never going to happen.
No, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, you also grew up in the Cold War, where a lot of us really didn't.
No, look, man. We got crazy fucking people over there, and Putin ain't no goddamn joke.
Got crazy people over here too.
And the Ukraine, the Zelensky, and we're over here going, well, we're going, and then you got Xi or whatever, Z or Zoo or whatever the hell his name is.
Xi. I know you got his name is Xi. Like that's what she said.
But we look.
Yeah, don't you dare mispronounce Volusia's emperor's name.
He's not gonna shoot nukes.
It's not.
Don't mispronounce.
Listen.
Shooting nukes is a bit of a self-defeating endeavor, isn't it?
No, I'm saying that people will do. They'll push the buttons. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna push.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure China's not shooting nukes at anybody, bro.
They're not.
If he attacks Taiwan, what do you think's gonna happen?
Say again?
If he attacks Taiwan,
he ain't got the balls to do that because he knows what's coming if he does.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
They'll play around with it, but they know that the U.S. and Japan would kick their dicks in the dirt if they actually tried it.
Well, it would ruin both. It would ruin China's economy and the U.S. No, it's not going to happen, dude.
Yeah,
It's not doing that.
yeah, and Australia.
If let's just go there.
It's a political platitude that plays the Chinese nationalist base.
Look,
that's all it is.
No, but let's just say that all these threats, these stupid events, right? Events, I call them events.
Putin is way crazier than she is, for sure.
No, I'm gonna point back to the U.S.
I actually don't disagree with that.
Hang on, who in the U.S. is not going to overreact? Who is that person? Who is in charge? Who is not going to overreact right now, today, this week? Who? I don't know who it is. It's certainly not Biden.
What? Overreact to what? Let's be specific. Overreact to what?
Let's just say that China doesn't really throw nukes at them. They just attack Taiwan. Okay?
Right. Just like
the U.S.
Let's use Russia as a better example.
Okay, let's just escalate this thing. And the same look.
Well, Japan would respond to that first. They've already said so.
Let's use Russia. Hold on. Let's use Russia as a better example.
Well, no, I think China's a great example. Let's keep going with
that.
Yeah. How is that gonna?
I don't think.
How is that gonna work out?
China would get their dicks knocked into the dirt.
The current people.
Yeah, but right here. The U.S. economy would also collapse.
Well,
it doesn't matter who.
The U.S. economy wouldn't collapse. I hate to break it to you.
Let me ask you.
Neither one of these things are going to happen.
China's economy definitely would.
Who calls the shots here in the U.S. right now? Who's going to call that shot?
Obama? I don't know.
Thanks, Obama.
You're probably right, Vic. I mean, as much of a joke as that comes across, you're probably right.
I was going to say P. Diddy.
Hey, he calling different shots. He calling different shots, but yeah.
He calling back shots, but that's a whole nother
story. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, my point being is, and you can do the same thing on the Russia thing too. I mean, I mean, you know what I mean. About Volusia, I'm just saying, we don't know, and I agree. It's nuclear holocaust is not what you want, really. I mean,
I agree with not right.
Yeah.
I'd vote against it.
But I pointed out, I make that point to make everybody stop and think. Well, that shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, you basically just said war is bad. We already know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody in the world is saying war is good.
No.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
War? No, I'm not.
Well, that's not entirely true. It'll spur the hell out of the economy.
I am not saying that war is bad, because there are times when you have to bloodlet. What I'm saying is Armageddon is bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's really bad.
Scary war.
Well, unfortunately, we live in an era to where World War equals Armageddon, and so we need to do everything.
Well, and I'm not so certain. I'm not so certain of that. If we're just being honest,
I'm with Slim. I don't know that.
Right?
No.
So
perfect example, and because we've discussed this before. Like I've said, Israel ought to just say fuck it and wipe countries like Jordan and Iran off the map. And for some reason, he seems to think that if Israel nukes Iran or Iraq or whatever, that'll make Russia and India fire their nukes for some reason. And I don't get the logic there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Iraq's got nothing to do with any of this, but okay.
I'm pretty sure that
you get my point, though.
Once you shoot a nuke off, no matter who you are, there's a huge risk that more are going to be shot.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
there is a risk of it, but also context matters. And if Israel shoots off a nuke to Iran, I don't see Russia really giving a fuck. I think they'll figure it out real quick what Israel's doing, and Russia's not going to care.
Probably a poor choice.
Yeah, I think it would be a bad idea.
And actually, if you want to get right down to the brass tacks of it, they may end up sending them a Christmas card because what is Russia's biggest export? Fucking oil. So you're actually doing away with some of their competition.
Yeah, but the problem is that once you start shooting off nuclear weapons, you're going to lose all your allies.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, you're underestimating that.
Kind of necessarily, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty necessarily, yeah.
Hey, listen, if Israel did it, I wouldn't blame them. People have been fucking with them for 5,000 years. If they just said, fuck it, we've had enough of it, can't say I'd blame them.
Well, talking about nuclear war is so much fun. I could talk about it for hours, but I do have to go.
Volusia, don't think that we're all nihilists.
Yeah, we are.
Nihilists.
Well, I'm a nihilist too. It's fine. I get it.
Paul just wants to.
I'm about to go, so I'll let you guys go. Good luck with your drones.
All right, thank you. Yeah, Paul would shoot a nuclear bomb at a drone.
Yeah, I'm going to go look for some drones to shoot down.
All right.
I got to hit a couple, 2 or 3.
All right. All right, guys.
Talk to you soon.
All right, y'all.
All right, talk to y'all later.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's going to do it for me as well, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Midday Show. Tune in tonight at 10 p.m. on the main channel for the college football call-in show. Everybody have a great